Okay, so let's have a quick recap what we have discussed in the last session. In the last session, we had just have an introduction about Azure Devops, and we have discussed it. What are the things we are going to learn in this training? In today's session, we are going to start with the how to create a Azure account. But before starting out this topic, any question anyone have? Please raise your hand. Anyone have any question? Anyone have any question related to anything? Please raise your hand. Okay. No questions. So let's start with today's topic where we are going to learn about how to create a Azure account. To create your Azure account, you can use any of your personal email address, your Yahoo, Gmail, Outlook, any of your personal email address you can use to create your Azure account. Don't use your official email addresses. If you're working in any organization, don't use your official email addresses for making the Azure account. Always use your personal email address. To create your Azure account, you have to go to this particular link, which is mentioned, I've given here. You can click on this link. Once you click on this link, you have to click on Start Free. So click on Start Free. Once you click on Start Free, you will move to this page to signing page. Here you have to click on Create One. Click on Create One. Then you have to enter the email address which you are going to use to create your Azure account. Enter your personal email address, then click on Next. Once you click on Next, you have to enter the password. You can enter password minimum 6 characters long password you can enter here to create your Azure account. You can enter characters, numbers, alphabets to give your password and then click on Next. So once you enter the password, you will get one code. You will get a code in your email address to validate the email address. So with the help of this, they will validate the email address which you are going to enter to create your Azure account. So enter the code, click on Next. Now once you click on Next, here you have to enter some of your personal details. You have to enter your name and your mobile number. Email address they will automatically pick from the previous step. You don't have to enter again. You have to just enter first name. If you have a middle name, enter middle name and last name. Always enter your official name. Whatever is your documented name you have, always enter that particular name while creating your Azure account. So first name, middle name, last name, and your phone number or mobile number, I can say that. And then here you have to check the checkbox to verify your phone number. And to verify a phone number, there are two options. One is text me, other one is call me. So it's up to you how you want to verify your phone number, by text message or call. So whatever the option you are going to use, they will give you again a code. That particular code you have to enter it to verify your phone number. To verify your phone number, you have to enter. Now, once you verify your phone number, then here you have to enter your address. Now, which address we have to enter here? Here you have to enter the address which is mentioned in your bank. Now, let's take example here. Usually, like when we are writing like flat number code. But in our bank, or I can say like we are entering apartment number 4, like this we were writing. But in our bank account, it is mentioned flat 4 or it is mentioned apartment 4. This is how it is mentioned. So which one is correct? For us, this one is correct because this is how we were writing. But in the bank, this one is mentioned. So for Azure, this is correct. So always you have to enter the address which is mentioned in your bank account. So first name, oh sorry, not first name, sorry. Address line 1, address line 2, address line 3. So if might be they have mentioned in multiple lines, enter in multiple lines. If they mention in one single line, enter in single line. Then your city, state, postal code. Postal code is also called as PIN code or it is also called as zip code also. You have to enter it. Now once you enter it, you can check the checkbox and click on next. Once you click on next, you have to enter your card details. It can be a debit card or it can be your credit card. You have to enter it. And yes, they are going to deduct 2 rupees or $1. They are going to deduct from your account just to validate your card details, and that particular amount you will get a refund in 3 to 5 days. Usually that amount refund within a minute, but as per their document, it will take 3 to 5 days to get the refund. Sometime might be there's some issue from the bank. That's for the essay. And one thing in India, some of the people have a RuPay card also. Azure does not support RuPay card. It supports only Visa and MasterCard. And if you are from India, you have to enable the international transactions for your card. You don't have to enable it for thousands of rupees, just for 10 rupees or 100 rupees. You can enable the international transaction to validate your card details. And once your card is verified, you can disable that. By default in India, every single bank account is disabled with international transactions. You have to enable it. So first name, sorry, your card holder name, card number, expiry date, CVV, enter it, and then validate your card information. Once your card is validated, sometime within few minutes your account is active, sometime it will take few hours to validate your card details. So this is how your account will look like when you log in it. And once you log in here, you will find something called subscription on the home page. Subscription you will find. Click on that. This is subscription you will get. Now what this actually subscription is. With the help of this subscription, we'll get information that are we getting free tier or not. Because for a practice purpose, Azure is giving you some free quota. With that particular free quota, you can easily practice. Now, just a minute, let me show you one thing. What exactly you have to check. Let me log into my account. Just a minute, not receiving code. What happened? Hmm. Didn't get the code. Okay, we'll receive. Let's okay, move forward. So here you will get a subscription. When you open a subscription, there you will find something called free tier. Here, if you see here, my subscription name is also free tier. Name doesn't matter because nowadays, whenever you're creating a new account, the name is different. You are getting it. But if you open this account, there is a type. In that particular type, you are getting a free tier. Now, what's the meaning of that free tier? Whenever you are going to create your Azure account, you will get a credit from their side, which is of 200 US dollars. You will get a credit of 200 US dollar credit you will get. Now, it depend on how much credit you are getting it. It depend on your living in a which country. If you are living in India, then as per current situation, conversion rate is more than 16,000 rupees. So if you see here, my PPT is mentioned 15,800, but now it has been increased. So usually we are getting a $200 credit, but whatever the conversion rate they are using, based on that conversion rate, you will get that particular amount in your account. And one more thing, they are not using the current situation. Right now, let's say example, right now conversion rate is 89. So they are not going to use 89. They have every month a conversion rate fixed. That particular conversion rate they are going to use. So it might be more than 16,000 rupees, some 17,000 might be, say, if that particular amount you will get in your account. And the amount which you will get, that particular amount, some let's example, we got 16,000 rupees, or I can say $200 we will get. So this particular amount which we will get only for 30 days. So this amount we will get only for 30 days. And in 30 days, you can use any of the Azure service. They are not going to charge you if you are using under this credit. If you are going to use any of the Azure service under this credit, they are not going to charge you for first 30 days. What about after 30 days? Okay, for first 30 days will credit. We are using anything, no charges. That's it. But what about after 30 days? Do we need to create a new account after 30 days? No. We don't have to create a new account after 30 days. After 30 days, we will move to another free tier option. What is that another free tier option? That's a 12 months free tier option. And there are some more services we will find under always free. We will move to the another subscription. We have to upgrade our subscription. They after 30 days, they are not automatically going to move you from that free tier to another subscription. You have to do it manually. How to do it? Is I have created a video. There's a video is given here. You can watch this video. You don't have to watch this video right now. You have to watch this video once your 30 days of this credit is completed. So then you have to upgrade your subscription. So for that particular step is given here. So once you upgrade your subscription to another subscription, you will move to 12 months free quota. So it means from the day you move to another subscription from that particular free tier, you will move to 12 months. So for next 12 months, you have some of the Azure services which are free. Now in 12 months free, you will not have unlimited. You don't have an unlimited option, you have a limited options. And in this one, there are only limited services which are coming under free tier. Only those you can use. Other than if you're going to use any other thing, then they are going to charge you for those things. Now, how we know that which service is coming under our free tier, which service is not coming under our 12 months free tier? Here is the link I have given here. Let's see this link. See, here they have mentioned $200 credit for first 30 days. Once we move, then we'll moving to 12 months. Free quota. No upfront commitment. Here we are getting the services. Here they have mentioned this is popular based on the category wise. They have mentioned, let me just a minute. Here we have a see all free services. All these links, whichever I'm using in these PPTs, when I'm going to upload in our website, you will get all these links there. We have. You can see always free. If you just want to see always free services, you can see click on always free. Now here you will see the services which are always free. We are getting here. Here they have mentioned it also how much quota we are getting. Now let me just discuss about a service which we are going to use. Here we have a service called Kubernetes. We are going to use this service, Kubernetes service, which is always free. To create this Kubernetes, there is no charges. It is unlimited free. But they are saying under this Kubernetes, we have something called nodes. To create nodes, we have to pay. How much we have to pay? That we'll discuss in upcoming sessions. But for this Kubernetes, we don't have to pay anything. It is always free. So Kubernetes is always free and it's unlimited free. But under Kubernetes, there's something called nodes. For those we have to pay. Then we have this app service also. Always free. But with 1 GB of storage and 1 hour per day we can use. We have to use this app service also in our upcoming sessions. So this is always free, but 1 hour per day is free. So if you are going to use the service for more than 1 hour, they are going to charge you. But for first 30 days when we have this credit, then it's unlimited free. Then there is no charges if you are using under this credit. And what else service we have under always free? Here it is. This one. Always. So under this limitations, if you are using this service, here we Azure Devops. Always. 5 user with unlimited private Git repos. We are going to use this Azure DevOps, which is always free with 5 user with private. So under this Azure DevOps, we have to create a project. That project we have to create by with the private option. Then it is free. If you are going to make it public, they are going to charge us. And in organizations also, we always use private. We are not using public option because we don't want to make our projects public. So we always use private option. This is free always. Here we have Active Directory service also, always free. There is a service we have called Advisor in Azure, which is giving some advice to us, always free, unlimited. Here, based on category wise, they have given us the details, which we can say. There is a service in Azure we have called Virtual Network, always free, 50 virtual net. So here we have all the option, but this is always free option. Now scroll up. Switch to 12 months free now. Now here, based on the category wise, we are getting here. Now this is we are going to start today. We are going to learn about how to create virtual machine, and we are going to learn for Linux. This is coming under 12 months free. So under 12 months, we have 750 hours per month free. So once you move to 12 months free quota, every month you will get 750 hours to use this virtual machines. Now let me open a calculator here. Now in one single day, how many hours we have? 24 hours. Or this average will take 30 days. How many hours are there? 720 hours. Okay, if it's 31 days, then 744 hours. How much they are giving us? 750 hours. They are giving us. So we are getting sufficient hours for our practice purpose from their side. And now, even in 750 hours, they have mentioned the type also. These are the types actually. What are these types? You will understand when we start learning about virtual machine creation. So these are types they have mentioned. Only these types we can use under our free tier. If you are using any other type other than these, they can charge us. So specifically, they have mentioned the types also here. Here we have container registry service, 12 months. One standard tier registry with 100 GB of storage. Months. They have specifically mentioned all that how much we are getting it free tier. So these are services we have under 12 months, and some of the services we are getting always 3 months. So this is how we can create our Azure account, and this is your free tier you will get for your practice purpose. Now, any question anyone have, please raise your hand. Yes, Nitanjali, you can unmute. Yes, Nitanjali, you're on mute. You can unmute yourself. I've given you the permission now.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
I have one question. I think I have created an account before. So does that mean, but I don't quite remember. So do I need to create a Microsoft account or another Microsoft account?
You don't remember when you created that account?
I think that was more than a year ago or something.
So then you can create a new account, but make sure you are not using the same network. You're not using the same phone number which was mentioned earlier. Don't
Okay.
use the same card. Definitely you have to use
Okay.
same other email address. Don't use
Yeah.
the same mobile number. Even if
Okay.
possible, don't use the same laptop also. Because what happens is sometimes they find out the
Mm,
same network details also. So they
mm,
will not give you those 50, those $200 credit. They will not give you.
understood. So fortunately, I am at different place, so that will be a different network. But my phone number will be same, but I can use a different phone number
So you
and
are
card
from which
number.
country?
United States.
So you can even use a Google Voice number. Then use your email address, make a Google Voice number, and then use that one also.
Got it. So I will have to create a Microsoft account
Yes, you have
to
to create a new account.
understood. Got it.
Okay.
Thank you. And also, I have one more
Mm.
question. At the end of this training, will I be able to do some certification and get some certificate that I've completed this course?
From our side, yes, you will get a course completion certificate that automatically system will generate after end of this course. Within 48 hours, system will automatically generate.
Okay. And will this course also help me to get some certification? Would you be able to recommend some certification based on this course?
Yes, you can do a certification which is called a AZ 400. You can do that one. And for that certification, you will get a dump also from our side. With the help of that dump, you can easily clear the certification. Here it is. But there is a prerequisite.
Mm-hmm.
The prerequisite is for doing Azure Devops certification, you need to do first one of these certifications. Azure Admin or Azure Developer. This is mandatory to do it before doing this certification. This training is all about Azure DevOps.
Okay. So then, will I have to enroll for another course for Azure Admin?
Yes, we are providing the training for Azure Admin also right now. I am the trainer for the same Azure Admin also, but right now there
Mm,
is no batch plan for now. Might be
um,
after March I'll plan a new batch, so then you can join that one.
I think I had taken the course Azure Admin course before when I said that I created account. I took from Logic Labs itself. So can I go through the recordings? Will that help?
Definitely, yeah,
Oh,
definitely yes. If you have taken that, definitely I was the trainer for that batch also because I'm the only trainer in Logical Labs for Azure trainings.
yeah.
So if you have
Okay.
it, then definitely yes.
And then the same dumps will help me to get the certification.
Definitely
Is that
yes.
okay? So there is no change in the dump or the questions.
No, dumps are not getting usually changed. No.
Okay. Okay, got it. Thank you so much. That was very helpful.
Thank you. Anyone have any more question related to Azure account creation or anything you want to ask? And have any question? Is don't keep questions in your mind. If you have any doubt, always ask questions. Might be that question which you have in your mind. If that same question come in the interview, then so make sure. Okay, right now we have just learned about our account creation. In organization, you are not going to create account these account creation, or they don't have free tiers for their work in organization. But in upcoming sessions, if you have any doubt in your mind, always ask. Don't keep questions in your mind. Okay, so now let's move forward and learn about how to create a virtual machine. And I didn't receive a code till now from their side. No. Okay, I don't remember the password which I gave here. I forget the password. Let me reset the password. Okay, shit. To reset the password, also they have to send a code. I hope I get a code. And now I got a code. Password reset they gave. Okay, that's so, now they again need a code. Now I got a code. Okay. Now once you create your account, you have to go to subscription here. Here you will find your subscription. Click on a subscription name. Here offer. This offer is going to be your here. This offer is going to be free tier. If this offer is free tier, it means you will get a credit of $200. And even whenever you got a $200 credit, you will get a notification also here in the top. Here you will get a notification that you have received that much of credit. And whenever you're using the credit, whenever you're practicing, after every few minutes, they're sending you a notification this much of credit has been left in your account. So with the help of that notification, you know that how much credit has been left, so you can easily practice. Till that time, I didn't heard about any of the student has completed that particular credit. So make sure when you're practicing, just practice under that particular credit. Don't exceed the credit, so you will not get any. Okay, so let's create a virtual machine. Okay. So to create a virtual machine, we have to go to virtual machine service. So now let's go to virtual machine and now 1 minute. Now, if you see here in my account, here it is showing virtual machine. This is showing the recently used services. What are the recently used services I have used? It is showing those services. So here you can search here virtual machine. See, when I just type VI, here I'm getting virtual machine. So click on virtual machines. Okay. Now, before starting creation of virtual machine, what is virtual machine? Anyone knows what is virtual machine? Anyone? Yes, Nitanjali.
That can be any server, except for that being physical, it's virtual, just so it can be managed using ESXi hypervisor or any other kind of environment, and it will have OS based on our requirement. It can be Linux or Windows OS.
Okay, correct. Anything else?
It's easily manageable. It can easily be moved across hosts.
Hmm. Anything else? Okay, thank you. Okay, yes, Venkat, you can unmute. Uh, Venkat, look like you have some issue with your microphone. It is giving me error. Okay, he has some issue with his microphone. Okay, so I got some in the chat box also. Compute resource software-based computer that work like a normal machine. Okay. Yes, whatever answers I got, all are correct. Now let's just discuss in a very simple language. Now, what is virtual machine? Virtual machine is like a computer. The laptop which I'm using it's same like a virtual machine we have, but that particular virtual machine is not physically enabled on my desk. I don't have that physical computer in my house or in my office. I don't have that. That particular virtual machine is somewhere in Azure server. It can be might be in US, it can be might be in Europe, it can be might be in India, any or anywhere in the world, in any of the Azure servers, that particular machine will be there. And we can access that particular machine from any part of the world. To access that machine, we just need a laptop, desktop. With the help of that, we can access that machine and we can do anything in that particular machine. You want to make a web server, you want to do anything, you want to download some software, you want to make any application under that, you can do anything under that particular virtual machine. So with the help of this virtual machine, you can build anything, whatever you want to build. And in Azure, it is supporting some of the operating system like Ubuntu, Windows. Definitely Windows will be there because that's your own product. Red Hat, CentOS, Debian, and Oracle Linux. Some of these operating system Azure has given us to create these virtual machines. So in a simple language, virtual machine is like a computer to us. But that particular computer is available somewhere in the Azure server. And that's we can choose it. We can select in which location we want to make that particular virtual machine. Now, to create a virtual machine, there's a prerequisite. What the prerequisite is called as resource group. Now, what is a resource group? Resource group is a container that hold related resources for an Azure solution. Now, in a simple way, if I say that resource group is like a folder, like I have this folder. In the okay, let me open a folder also. I have a folder like batch 440 folder I have. I'm going to open this. What are these? These are files. And if you see here in my system, I have different types of file. I have a file with the type called PEM. I have a file with the name called application. I have a JPG, HTML, text file also I have. We have different types of files. So same way in the resource group, we can put different Azure services. To create most of the services in Azure, it is mandatory to create a resource group. Without resource group, we can't create some of our Azure services. Not some, even I can say that most of these services, if you want to create in Azure, it is mandatory to create a resource group. After creation of the resource group, we can work on that particular service, or I can say we can create that particular service. Or in Azure, there is one good thing. A resource group is a centralized location where you can see all your Azure services you have created, except Azure Devops. There is Azure DevOps, which we are going to learn in upcoming session. That Azure DevOps you can't see in resource group. But for Azure DevOps, there is one centralized location we have. That's for Azure DevOps only. But other than Azure DevOps, which are the other services we are getting in Azure, resource group is a centralized location where we can see all these services. You don't have to go to different services to check what you have created. You can go to resource group, you will see everything. Now, resources can only exist in resource group. Means to create those Azure services, we have to create a resource group. So in Azure, Azure services are also called as resources. Resource group can't be renamed. Resource group can't be renamed. You can't change the name of the resource group. Groups can have resources of many different types. It means in one single resource group, we can keep different Azure services. Like I have a folder. In a folder, I have a different types of files. So same way in one single resource group, I can keep different type of services also. Next is groups can have resources from many different regions. Now this is an important point for the interview also. Now let's take example. When I'm trying to create a resource group, I have selected a region called Central India. So my resource group I have created in Central India region. But I want to create a virtual machine in some US region. Is it possible? Can I use the same resource group? My resource group is in India region and my virtual machine is in the US region. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Yes, we are not going to do this in our practice purpose, or in organizations also we are not doing it. If you are doing it, you will face some issue called latency issues. We will face some latency issues we will find if you are doing these things. But it is possible in Azure. So in the interview, they can ask you, can I create a Azure service in another region and resource group in another region? Yes, it is possible. But we will find a latency issues if you are doing these things. Now, what is latency here? Latency is like a delay. Whenever you are trying to access some files or anything from faraway locations, then you will find some delays. Like when you're trying to open a file and the particular, like you're sitting in US and you're trying to access a file which is available in India server. So there's a distance. So because of that distance, you will find some delay. That delay is actually called as latency issues. So that's what we can face if you're doing these things. So this is not a good practice to do it even in organizations also. So no one is doing these things. Now, to create a resource group, there are two ways we have. One is I can create while creating a virtual machine, One I can create separately. So let's see both also. So go to virtual machine. Here I have option to create new. And wherever this red mark is there, this star mark, those are the mandatory fields we have. Those are the mandatory fields. So you can click on create new, give the name, click on OK. You can do that. This is one way. Go to another way also. Another way is you can directly go to resource group. So search resource group here. Here I got resource groups. Click on create. Now here by default they are taking a subscription. We have a subscription. They are taking my subscription. Give the group name. Group name can be any name. It can be your name, my name, any name you can give. I'll give a name as group hyphen 448. This is the name. And here they have select a region. In which region we have to create a resource group, we have to select. Now what is this region? Region means data center. In which location Azure have the data center, that particular location we are using here. We got all the list here, wherever they have a data centers. West US 3, Central US, East US, UK West, Canada East, West India, South India, Korea South. So here we have the full list. Mexico Central, Sweden Central, Spain Central, Poland Central. Here they have mentioned the full list of region. So whichever you want to use, whichever, it's up to your wish. For practice purpose, you are using it. In organization, client is going to decide which region they have to use. So I'm just going for a default one, which is coming here. Now click on review plus create, and now click on create. And you can create multiple resource group. There is no limit. You have how many resource group you want. You can create multiple. Done. Our resource group is ready. Refresh. And here we got the notification also. Our resource group is ready. Now, if I open this resource group, you will not find anything right now. Here I can see the list of resources, means list of Azure services which we are going to create under this resource group. You will see here. Right now we don't have anything. Now go back. Now let's start creating the virtual machine. Okay, before starting of virtual machine, any question anyone have, please raise your hand. Anyone have any doubt, whatever we have discussed till now? Yes, Nitanjali, you can unmute.
I have one question. What determines selection of region based on what?
It purely depends on the client, and majorly clients are using it based on their customer base.
Okay. So wherever there are most number of customers in that location, that region, we select
Yes.
or close to that.
So if I talk about the global clients, like if I talk about a
Mhm,
Netflix, these type of using multiple regions also, because they have a customer all over the world. So they are always using multiple regions. So they have servers, they are using US region servers also, they are using India servers also, they are using Europe server. They have regions all over the place. Means not all over the place, but multiple country regions they are using to give
Okay,
the better connectivity.
so for multiple customer base, multiple specific servers are provided to them. Is that correct?
Provided to them because they already have servers. If I talk about Azure have servers in Europe also, they have in India also, they have in Europe also, they have in Australia also.
Mhm.
So they have servers everywhere. Let me show you the full list also. The region, not it is not mentioned here. Just a minute. Okay, here it is in Azure admin. I have that link. Here it is. They have more than 54 countries they are using right now for their regions. Here it is. So wherever you see these blue dots, these are regions. So here we can see a table view also. This is better. Here it is. Here it is. So they have regions in Australia. You can see how many they have in Australia. Sorry, this is Austria, not
Mhm.
sorry. In Australia, they have three. Here we go.
Mhm.
In Pune, in India, they have in Pune. This is in China. So here we are. So based on their requirement, they'll use that particular region. They select that particular region while creating a resources. So which region they have to use it.
Okay. So if uh, the service is global, then we create resource group in multiple regions and then services in multiple all on those specific regions.
Correct.
Got it. Thank you.
Anyone have any more question? Okay. So to create a virtual machine, click on create virtual machine. Now here we can select a resource group. We are getting the resource group which we have created. And one more thing, the resource group is completely free of cost. There is no charges to create resource group. Even you are under that 15,000 sorry that $200 credit or even at 12 months, anytime resource group is completely free of cost. Now here we are only going to use those options which are mandatory for us. So the first thing is mandatory name is we have to give the name of our virtual machine. So let me give the name VM-448. Scroll down. Region, they have automatically selected Central India because I have selected a resource group. They have selected here. So resource group region and this region, make sure always matches. Now, I have a question. You can send answer in the chat box. Let's take example. Any person is going to buy a computer or a laptop or a desktop. He's going to buy. Person don't have much technical knowledge. Whenever a person is buying a computer, what are the basic thing a person is going to check? Please drop your answer in chat box and send only one single answer. Don't send multiple answers. So type it, then send one single answer. I'm repeating my question. Whenever a person is buying a computer, desktop, laptop, anything that they're buying it, what are the basic thing a person is going to check whenever a person is buying a computer? Okay, I got a few answers. Okay, so what are the thing person is going to check? CPU, RAM, hard disk. Okay, anything else other than these? We are not talking about costs, so don't worry about costing here. Don't worry. Here we don't need to worry about costing. We are learning right now. So don't worry about costing. Other than these three, except costing. One more thing person is always checking. That's a very basic thing also. I can say that. No, not network. No, no backup. No. Okay, I'll give you a tip also here. A hint here. If you're correct, now I got it. Operating system. Without operating system, how these CPU, RAM, and hard disk will work? It will not work without operating system. So these are the four basic things every person is checking. And definitely to create a virtual machine also in Azure, we have to check these four things. Without these four things, we can't create a virtual machine in our cloud platform. Now, so these are the terminologies which is mentioned here in my notepad file. These are the basic terminologies which is used in our daily life. But in Azure, we are not using these same terminologies. In Azure, we have a different terminologies. Yes, I can understand in one single day it is not possible to remember. So for first few days of this training, I'm always going to use the basic terminology which is used in our journal life. But make sure in upcoming days you will remember those terminologies, because when you are going for an interview, you can't use the journal terminologies. The person who is going to take the interview, that person is going to listen you carefully that are you using the terminologies which is used in Azure or not. That's a very basic thing every interview person is going to check. So in Azure, this operating system is called as image. This operating system is called as image. So by default here we are getting an image with the name called Ubuntu server. And here if I open it, I can get more. Windows, Ubuntu, Sushi, Oracle, Red Hat, Debian, and this is something Alma Linux. I don't know what was this. So here we have. If you see more, we can click on see all images. We can see all images here. So here check the checkbox Azure service only. So it is only showing the Azure one to us. Otherwise, it will show you the all images which are Azure have tie up with them. 8292. So here you will find which is having Azure is providing you only. You will find those also here. So I just check the checkbox. Now it is going to filter. Not this one. Okay. It's not showing. So here we got. Now here you are getting some more also. What are these one? These are the pre-installation of softwares. So Azure is providing some images to us with pre-installation of softwares also. So you have to click and you have to read about that. Whichever your requirement, you have to select that particular one. Or if you're using the Azure one, which is providing by the Azure, those are empty. In that one, there is no pre-installation of anything. Whatever is installation, you have to install it. You can here put a filter. Whatever you want, you can select the checkbox and it will show you those one there. So in Azure, operating system is called as image. CPU and RAM both are coming in one single combination, and that combination is called as size. And hard disk is called as disk here. So these are the naming conventions which we are going to use in upcoming session. And here I'm going to end the session also. In tomorrow's session, we will continue with this, how to create this Linux machines. And to create the Linux machine, we have two options. One is we can access our machine by using password, and SSH key. So both the options we are going to learn in tomorrow session. Any question anyone have, please let me know, or we can end the session here. Anyone have any doubt? Yes, Amol, you can unmute.
Audible?
Yes, Amol.
Uh, Ankit, here our virtual machine is a resource, correct?
Yes, correct. You can also call it as a resource in Azure.
Okay, and to create a resource, is it a mandatory to create a resource group?
Yes, correct.
Without resource group, we cannot create any resource. Is it
No,
like that?
not everything. That's what I said. Like in upcoming session, we are going to learn something called Azure Devops. Azure Devops we can create without resource group, but like most of the services in Azure, we have to create a
Okay,
resource group. It's
okay,
mandatory. That's why if you see here, when I open a virtual machine, they are showing that resource group is a
yes,
mandatory.
yes,
Whereas
yes.
this red mark is there, the star mark, it's a
Right.
mandatory field. So it is mandatory to create.
Okay. So is it best practice to create resource group early first and then create a resource, or
No, it's
we
not
can?
mandatory. It's up to
Okay,
you. You can
okay.
create a while creating or you can create before that. So it's up to you.
Oh, got it. Thanks.
There is no best practice for this. This is a very small thing. So there is no best practice for this thing.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Anyone have any more question? Okay. No questions. So thank you all. Thank you for joining today's session. See you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Thank you.